Hi, I'm Ryan, and welcome to my coding bootcamp journey. In this series, I will share my experiences as I learned to code through Flatiron School's web development program. If you know anyone that would be interested in this series, please send them to the link at the bottom of your screen. All right, so what is new this week? So this week, I covered user authentication, which is your password and that kind of thing, and also sessions. So sessions is how a web app keeps track of like user data while you're using the website. So HTTP, which is the protocol used to in order to access websites. It's stateless. I mean, it has no like knowledge about like who's about like who's using it and where and all that kind of stuff. All it knows is, I'm being given this GET request, and I find the information and I send it off. And so what sessions is it persists some data so that if you log into whatever website dot com or what have you, log in and then click on another link, you don't necessarily have to you don't re-log in every time. So that's what sessions are all about. So yeah. And as far as struggles, yeah, this is another laugh at myself moment. So I was working on OAuth, and what I mean by that is those single sign-on buttons you see. You given the option to either create a new account with it does like sign in or sign up with email or something along those lines, and it'll also see buttons that says sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook, or sign in with blah blah blah, blah or whatever single sign on site or what have you. So I was working on a lab involving that, and I was just I, I wasn't able to get past this one error, and I was kind of, and so I was pairing with a coach on it, and we put and through our process we just said, all right, let's put a binding.pry in the test itself and see what we can find out as to why it's not doing this thing. And I noticed that I was getting like I was getting some like an error message on the object, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. So when you like let's you come across one of those sites where you can either create just a fresh account or use one of those other single sign-on things. On the developer side, you have to do some measures for when you use the single sign-on button. That we gonna have to do a few. Have to make a totally random password, and just so that the whole thing kind of works. And so anyway, we were in so notice there were errors on this object about password. Like, second, reading through the test, and it's not looking for a password. It's not testing for the existence of a password. So I removed from my code. I removed all of the you know you know, I had to I had to redo some migrations, and so that the user table didn't have password digest in it or anything, and then everything passed. So this was a lesson in double checking the tests. So yeah, that was my big struggle this week. And as far as victories, I was talking with someone at the co-working space about kind of where I was at in the program, and kind of mentioned kind of what I plan to do for my Rails project. And he said, "Hey, I know a number of different sources where you can get like solar energy information based on your location, because where you're at on the planet really determines how much solar energy you actually get. Like, for instance, here in Colorado, we have over 300 sunny days every year, and so uh, solar utilizing solar would make more sense. Whereas some place like Seattle or Ireland, or somewhere that it rains a lot, you're not gonna get as much. And also your latitude, like for instance, Alaska gets a lot less consistent solar energy than, say, Miami, because of the tilt of the Earth's axis. That granted, there are certain parts of the year where Alaska gets a lot of solar energy, but that's not but anyway. So, and he offered to say, hey, here, I'll and help you out with this aspect of your project. So yeah, I would definitely consider that a victory. And what am I looking forward to? That's building my Rails project. I in my last video I had mentioned that I was looking to do something involving solar panels. And I've since read through the requirements of the project, as far as like using certain features and whatnot. And I'm not sure if the idea in my head would actually work. Um, granted, the idea in my head would definitely be very useful, but I'm not sure if it'd be applicable for this particular project. So I guess I'm kind of going back to the drawing board. I don't know. But since coming up on some first project week starts next week, so I the next video I put in this series will be the walkthrough of the app that I built. So yeah, we won't have videos in here for a couple weeks now. So yeah, that's all I have for you this one. So I do thank you for watching. If you want to stay up to date, please like and subscribe, and feel free to check out the rest of this series. And if you do have any comments or questions, please post them below, and I'll see you in the next chapter.